So I'm dropping One Punch Man. Does take a genius to figure out why, though there's a select group of people on my YouTube channel, basically you guys, that actually enjoy my very controversial reactions to the One Punch Man chapters as they come out. And I feel like, nonetheless, I owe you guys a little bit of an explanation as to why, even if it's very blatantly obvious. So, that being said, this is your host of the most, Griever, as always, giving you guys my explanation as to why I will no longer be reading One Punch Man on stream, off stream, or in any capacity whatsoever. And yes, this is a bit of a rant video. You can disagree with all of the sentiments in this video. That's fine. Leave it in the comments down below, and I'll be looking forward to arguing with you in the comments. So, anyways, let's get on to the main topic of this video, which is basically, okay, I'm dropping One Punch Man. What happened, right? What happened to make me finally drop One Punch Man? Okay. So just a quick disclaimer before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video is at the end of the day, this is my opinion. This is me venting my frustrated opinions and feelings towards One Punch Man as a whole currently. It has nothing to do and no bearing on your opinion and your feelings toward the series. If you disagree, that's fine. If you agree, that's also fine. But let it be known that the rant that is about to follow might not agree with your particular palette, and that is okay. This is just the way I'm seeing things through my eyes towards the series. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. That being said, let's get on with the video. So the most obvious and simple answer as to why I'm dropping One Punch Man is this thing that the One Punch Man community as a whole and their fans have dubbed called redraws. Now, I don't know what happened to the brain cells of people who joined the One Punch Man community as a whole, but redraws and retcon are very fucking different. And the fact of the matter is the One Punch Man community have goddamn blinders on that look like they're NASCAR drivers with those big blue shades, and they don't see shit outside of them. That's just a fact. Because what Murata and One have done is retcon. It's not redraws. It's retcon. Straight out of the gate. Let's just get this out of the way. What has been established as redraws is in no way, shape, or form a redraw. Do you want to know what a redraw is? I'm going to tell you. Because clearly, if you're watching this video and you're part of the One Punch Man community, you're uninformed as fuck. Because here's what a redraw is. A redraw is, oh shit, I forgot to draw a leg on Kaido. Oda. Kubo. Oh shit, I forgot to draw the eyes on Ichigo in that last panel. Redraw. Oh shit, that panel doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just going to switch them around and just re-sketch it. I forgot to sketch that in. Redraw. Jujutsu Kaisen. Right before Gege went on break and we got that really sketchy chapter in the Maki situation, right? Remember that? Redraw. Panels don't change. Story doesn't change. Nothing happens differently from when we read it. That is a redraw. A redraw is simply something that already was established and happened, and there were either mistakes in the panels or some cognitive problems with the storytelling or something went awry, and they just restructure a page or a panel. At best, what Murata and One have done is retcon, not redraw. The fact that they downgrade this, they water down the idea that what they're doing is redraws, and the fact that the One Punch Man community eats it up like it's your mother's Sunday dinner, like you're not eating slop, is ridiculous. Stop being Oliver Twist begging for seconds just because the art is good. Shut the fuck up and accept what you are. You're being a sheep. You love Murata's art, you love One Punch Man, and at the end of the day, you can't accept the fact that this man has been retconning no less than half a dozen times in this arc, has retconned everything you've read. This is a fact. I'm not saying the art's not fantastic. But just like Demon Slayer, stop wanking off great animation and great art and pretending like there aren't problems regardless. Stop doing it. That has been my argument long before I even got into One Punch Man. I have always been in the stance of people wanking off the idea of animation is all that makes an anime and art is all that makes a manga. False, big X, go fuck yourself. So that's rule number 1. And this last retcon, not redraw, stop it, One Punch Man community. Stop kidding yourselves that this is not retcon. And if I hear a single One Punch Man community person actually complain about rushed endings from fucking people like Kubo or Kishimoto or anybody else, like, take a goddamn look in the mirror, you goddamn hypocrite. You're kidding yourself. I got no time for you. None. Zero. Zip. Nothing. Nada. So that's the first and foremost reason. That's the easy solution, is that you guys know I hate this retcon shit that the One Punch Man community has kidded themselves into thinking they're called redraws. So that's reason number 1. It's very easy. Reason number 2 is from chapter 160 to 164 was fire. Was good. Was great even. There was very little to complain about in the latest 5 chapters. I would argue that point. Go back and check my reactions. Check the fact that I was happy as the resident person who streams One Punch Man and is probably the least fan of it. That's a bit of a controversial thing. But I really liked these chapters. I enjoyed them. I thought they were fire. What did you do? Why did you change anything? Nothing needed to be changed. It was fine. And I was so excited for chapter 165, where Garo and Saitama are sitting on that little island in that little house around a dinner table. And they're going to hash it out. They're going to talk like men. What happened? Why? Why redraw this? Redraw? Retcon. Why retcon the entirety of a chapter you just drew? The fuck is wrong with you? And what the fuck is wrong with you guys, the community, who thinks this is okay to do? This is not okay to do. You imagine reading Bleach and Yamamoto dies from Yuha, blah, 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 in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, no, and then Kubo, 3 weeks later decides, yeah, no, that didn't happen, Yamamoto's alive. You realize the backlash? Kubo would have been fired, everyone would have dropped Bleach, everyone would have been, fuck you. Why is this okay? This is not okay. Stop being a sheep. This is fucking not okay. This is ridiculous. You imagine even if the greatest writer of all time, if Tolkien had done this, it would not have been accepted. Not in the 30s, not in the 40s, and not right now. For some reason, there's this little box of people who accept Murata is their Lord and Savior, and regardless, no matter how he shits on every ounce of writing skill, integrity, and every other goddamn thing that matters and holds value, you people will eat it, soak it up, and fuck it. Sleep beside it. And I'm done with this shit. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if it's Murata to blame. I don't know if it's one pulling the strings. I don't know if Murata's just up on his high horse thinking he can do no wrong, and it's okay if he redraws the same chapter 85 fucking times and completely retconning everything that happened in the past 6 months and nobody fucking cares, so he thinks he's God and can do whatever he wants. I don't know if it's Murata. I don't know who it's coming from. I don't know if it's one, the publisher, Murata. I don't know who it's coming from, so it's not fair for me to constantly blame Murata. But the problem is, from my perspective, is that I don't know who else to blame. Somebody is to blame for retconning this series week by week, month by month, year by year. We wait 8 months for a chapter only for it to get retconned 2 weeks later. The fuck? How is the One Punch Man community not up in flames? How are people still okay with this? It makes no goddamn sense. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm done with it. I don't care about losing my viewership. I don't care about using my view count. I only have 800 something subscribers. So I don't make money off of YouTube. It does not matter to me. I was reading this shit because I actually enjoyed it and people had fun in live streams. It was a good live stream thing. But in all honesty, the manga is a 6 out of 10 at best. The art is the only reason it's a 6. It's not a great story. And then on top of it, we have to accept all this toxic shit in this community. And the worst part is the community accepts it. I can't stand the One Punch Man community. I can't stand Murata. I can't stand the people that wank off art and animation like it's the only thing that matters. And finally, the third reason that I cannot continue this is webcomic readers. Because I have a feeling, going off of reason number 2, is that the webcomic readers are half the reason that Murata retcons shit. He's in the Discords. He's on the Reddits. He has a Twitter. And he sees people unhappy with the, once again, crazy word. Maybe you guys haven't heard it. It's called, starts with an A, adaptation. This is not the fucking webcomic. Get it through your goddamn fucking heads. You see this? See this right here? This is called a head. And between these two things that you hear out of is this gray matter called a brain. And within that brain, you have this crazy amount of intelligence that's supposed to tell you the difference between webcomic and manga. It's an adaptation. Stop being that asshole who goes to a movie which is an adaptation of your book and then complain that it's not exactly like the book. Of course it's not. No movie to book has ever been the exact same. Never. Nada. Never happened in history. Never will happen in history. And when it does, it's probably going to be a shit movie or a shit book. One or the other. They can't both be great. Never going to happen. You know why? Because it's a different medium. Mediums have different strengths and weaknesses. You can't write suspense the same way you show suspense on screen. It doesn't work that way. It's actually impossible to write suspense the same way you show suspense. It's impossible. That's just one example of why book people going to a movie and complaining are stupid. And the same way webcomic readers, you're fucking stupid. You're dumb. You're reading a manga. Go back and read your fucking shitty drawn webcomic. Go read your napkin drawn bullshit that a 5-year-old could draw better. Go read that and leave the manga alone. But no, apparently we can't be that happy. Manga only fans like me can't be that fucking happy. No. You all have to bitch, moan and complain, and all of a sudden, boom, we have retcon. Once again, I'm just trying to give an excuse for Murata, assuming that this is actually based in this fact. But at the end of the day, from what I've been told, the redo, the retcon, it's not a redraw, the retcon from chapter 164, which is a great chapter, is more accurate and more going along the lines of the webcomic. So, did nobody read the disclaimer what an adaptation is? And nobody read the disclaimer of the fact that maybe it was going to be better without the webcomic? Maybe Garo and Saitama sitting down in a little hut discussing shit might have been better than the bullshit in the webcomic? Now, granted, I didn't read the webcomic. But I also don't want my fucking manga to change its fucking face every 5 fucking minutes. I've had enough. Enough. I'm not going to go through this waiting every 3.5 months for a chapter just to react to it, just to know that it's going to change 2 months down the road. It's happened more than half a dozen times in this arc alone. You guys accept it. I don't. I'm done bending over and taking it up the ass. I'm done. It's not fair. It's not acceptable. It's an integrity nightmare. And I've lost all respect for Murata and One as artists and writers, assuming that they are the cause. Maybe it's the powers that be, but whoever has decided that this was okay should be shot with a ball of their own fucking shit. That's just a fact. I'm done. I'm done with it. I don't care how accurate it is to the webcomic, man. I don't care. There was nothing wrong with chapter 164 before, and there's everything wrong with retconning it after. So, that's my spiel. 25 minute video, I'm assuming. I haven't checked the run time. I'm getting red-faced now. I've got my rant out. I'm done. I'm good. I just thought you guys would like to know. And are some of these points unfair? 100% they are. And I've constantly been backtracking through this whole video, being like, bitching about Murata. Maybe it's not Murata's decision. I have left the door open to say that I'm bitching about the decisions, and we need to take that away from this rant video. 20 minutes of rant, who's to blame is the question. I sometimes blame Murata, sometimes I blame One, sometimes I blame the community, sometimes I blame the webcomic readers. I don't know who's to blame for these changes. But whoever makes the decision and whoever influences said decision of retconning the manga, fuck off webcomic, the manga of One Punch Man, every retcon chapter, who is to blame? Who made that decision? Whoever they are. I don't know who it is. But you are the reason that I'm not reading it anymore. So spoil me away in the Discord. Spoil me in my chat. Because I'm not going to care anymore. I just don't care. I used to care. I liked a lot of the characters. I wanted to see what was going to happen with Bang and Garo. I wanted to see what was going to happen with Atomic Samurai. You know, I liked Child Emperor. I liked a lot of the characters in here. I liked Fubuki. I wanted to see what was going to happen with a lot of characters in the series. And now it's just like, you've ruined it so fucking much for me that I just... I can't. I can't anymore. I can't go through this whirlwind of, oh, hey, you know that thing you read 3 months ago that you did a live stream for? Yeah, that didn't happen. Now you got to react to this one, which is 165.7859 to the power of 3. No, not doing it. Not doing it. There's a certain thing called integrity. And clearly the people who are writing and producing the One Punch Man manga don't give a shit about that word. Respect, integrity, they don't care. So, anyways, that's my rant. I know this is getting a lot of dislikes, a lot of hate in the comments. Don't give a fuck. I'll respond to everyone. Bring out your hate. Bring it on. I don't give a shit. I'm 31 years old. I'm married. Nothing you say to me, my wife hasn't already said to me. Trust me. You will not invent a new insult. Trust me. So, my skin is ready for it. Let's go. I just don't care. One Punch Man, fuck it. Fuck it. It's not even worth my time anymore. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And when the next chapter comes out, I'll be sure to go watch a fence, paint dry on a fence, because it seems like a better use of my time. So, like or dislike, comment, subscribe. Fourth and most importantly, guys, love yourself. Love yourself. Especially the One Punch Man community, because they're clearly needing a lot of love. But seriously, love yourself. No matter what's happening in your life, please remember, somebody out there loves you. Somebody cares. The heartfelt message from me. And also, fifth and most importantly, is to drink, but responsibly, as I always do. And we will see you guys back here next time. Not for One Punch Man content, because that ship is sailed off into the distance. It's like the Titanic. It's sunk and it's never coming back up out of the goddamn sea. So we'll see you guys back here next time. Bye-bye.